Hi, I'm Randall Bain, the CEO and founder of ScholarshipAuditions.com. I'm glad you joined us this evening. I'm talking a very interesting subject, and that's about your audition, because I'm going to tell you, I believe your audition is more than just a musical tryout. Here we go. You spent most of your time in Monday. No, it's not money. You spent most of your time in money preparing yourself for your audition. You know exactly how that solo is going to be received. Your excerpts, you got it down. Scales, you've had that down since the 10th grade. You know that you're ready for this. And like everyone at their audition, sight reading can be a little iffy, but you think you're also prepared for that. You've studied music history, music theory, and you are confident that you are going to score very well on the School of Music entrance exam. Hey, and I guarantee you, you know your career path, especially the career path in music that you'll be taking, and the school that you are auditioning at is renowned for this chosen field. There is no question you will be admitted. And really, do you have any question? You're getting a scholarship, right? But are you sure? Really, are you sure? Have you read the bios of each of the ensemble directors at this institution? You can find them on their website. You probably perused it. You know what their picture looks like, but have you really read their bios? Have you read the bios of a private studio instructor that you're really going to spend the next 4 years with? Have you compared their bios? Maybe they went to the same college, same graduate school. Did any of these directors, professors, instructors receive their undergraduate degree from this very institution that you're planning on auditioning at? Maybe one of these individuals, professors, directors, taught your high school music teacher. Maybe your high school music teacher and these collegiate professionals are in the same organization or association. Maybe they're in their state music educators association, the American Choral Directors Association, the American School Band Directors Association, or the American String Teachers Association. This list of associations and organizations can go on and on. And do you know where these professors are from? Maybe are any of them from your home state? Even from your hometown? And could any of them at any level have gone to the high school which you're presently going to? The question is, in what ways can you relate to them as individuals? Here is an important question. And will they like you? That's right. Will they like you? Now, get this principle. There is a distinction between your high school directors and these college professors and mentors. In high school, they must teach you because a scholastic school administrator has decided who is going to teach you, and that teacher has no choice who they teach. However, college is different. The college admissions department decides if you're a good fit for their institution. This is a general admissions decision. Then you must audition for the music department, and they decide if you're a good fit for them. So, in college, the music department, not the administration, decides. Do you see the difference? Here it is again. The high school administrator tells the teacher who they're going to teach, while the college music professor director tells the administration who they're going to teach. So the collegiate ensemble and studio instructor understands you're an excellent performing musician and you have unbelievable potential. But do they like you well enough to allow you in their academic lives for the next 4 years? And they're thinking, upon graduation, this person will be alumnus of the school. And will they have a strong, vibrant representation for this institution? And after school, you may be a member of one of the same organizations or associations that they are. And do they really want to spend the rest of their lives seeing you at conferences and conventions? But more importantly, let me see what they're trying to do. They're trying to visualize you in their ensemble. They're imagining what it will be like if they're on tour next year in South America, and what will you be like on tour with them? Yeah, they're thinking, how well are you going to fit in with the other ensemble members? And are the students in their studio? Yes, liking someone is an important aspect of an audition process. Admittedly, like goes both ways. Will you like them, and will they like you? So ask yourself this question: am I likable? Will these decision members on this committee think that I am relatable? Will they see me as someone who will be an asset to their department? Will I fit in? Am I fun to be around? A good conversationalist. Now, you may think you're not likable. Maybe you've even been told you're not likable. I had someone in the third grade said to me, only a mother could like you. Well, it's been a long time since the third grade, and I guarantee your life is like mine. You've gone a long way in life, and I guarantee you one thing: something about you is likable. Maybe you have a great musical ear, a relative pitch, or you have a funny sense of irony. Ask your favorite aunt or your grandparents or a good friend, what is likable about me? Sometimes other people can point out that likability factor better than you can. So as you prepare yourself musically for your audition, don't forget, also prepare yourself to be likable. I really believe that during that time together in an audition, likability is important. And I'm glad we've had this time together to talk about this. Now I'm going to open the lines up for questions. And feel free to send in your questions. But I've sat on many, many audition panels over too many years. And you know what? I ask the same question every time. That's when I'm on an audition panel, I ask the same question. Tell me your favorite joke. Tell me your favorite joke. I'm waiting to see what. Are they going to stall? Do they have a joke? Can they make me laugh? I'm also trying to sense, are they going to tell a joke that's off color? Are they going to tell a joke that's demeaning of a people's group? I'm calculating all of that. Now, I'm going to tell you some of my favorite jokes. They're musician jokes. If you ask that question, try one of these two jokes. Old musicians never die. They just decompose. Sometimes that gets a laugh. I don't know if that got a laugh with you or not. This one, 50% of the time it gets a laugh. Why did the pianist bang his head against the keys? Because he was playing by ear. Better think of your joke. So I'm ready for questions. Do we have any questions coming in? Here, I have one. It's coming in from Tim in Ames, Iowa. Tim says, I have terrible stage fright. What happens if I blank in front of an audition panel? Well, ad lib. And I would say, have something to say. Have some conversation starters. If they say, ask us a question, something that you really want us to know about you or us, first thing I go is I affirm that I have been watching their concerts, their recitals on YouTube. And I would say, I've listened to the last 5 years of concerts on YouTube, and can you tell me what, as a conductor, can you tell me which piece was the most difficult to learn and prepare for? That would be one of the questions I would ask. Another question that I would ask is, you know, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with you. What makes you mad? What what do you find funny? How do you resolve conflict? How do you make other people laugh? And can you laugh at yourself? I I think those are good questions to ask. And then I will start a conversation like this. You know, in a few years, I will no longer be your student. I'll be your colleague. We'll be doing the same thing. Tell me, what makes a good colleague of yours? Those are those are conversation starters I would use. I would think about it and I would write some down. Another question that's coming in.
From Chas Spoiled, if you haven't heard from a school yet about your audition, should you inquire about the status?
Okay, this is Chas who's asking this question. If you have not heard from a school yet, should you ask about the status of your audition? I assume you've auditioned, Chas, so should you ask? Absolutely. Most universities are going to get that information out of acceptance, scholarship information. Usually April 1st is the date, but if you are anticipating and you're a little anxious, just ask. They're going to be honest with you. And sometimes they'll tell you, we haven't made a decision yet. You're in process. And April 1st, April 5th will be our dates. But go ahead and ask. And if you're debating between two schools, it's good to know where you stand right now. That's my opinion. Other questions? Okay, so this one is from Mary Alice. I don't know Mary Alice's last name, but Mary Alice. And Mary Alice is in Anthem, Arizona. I think Anthem's a suburb of, I hope I'm right, Phoenix. If they're to ask you, let me get this right, Mary Alice, if they ask you, what do you know about them, what do you say? You know, question is, the judging panel is there and they say, what do you know about us? This is Mary Alice's question. So I would say, you know, honestly, I've read your bios. I know so much about you. I know where you went to graduate school. I know who your conductors were in graduate school. Some of you, I read the title of your dissertation. You know, if you're really persnickety and you're really going after it, you can say, I read your dissertation or I read your thesis. But what do you know about them? Here's the answer. I know that I want to be a part of your school because of who you are. Play back to their strength. Play back into their court. I want to be a part because of you. That's why I've chosen this place. Other questions I think are coming in. Someone asked this question. This is Marty in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the LSU Tigers. Yes. So he asked, if they ask me why I chose their school, what should my answer be? It's real simple. You look at them directly. Try to look them eye to eye and say, I chose this school because of each one of you. I believe that each of you will play an important role in my decision for the rest of my life to major in music, to become a performer, to become a band director, orchestra teacher, a choral teacher, a musical theater performer. You are the roots, and you're going to give me wings to do what I want to do and what I'm called to do and what I believe I should do. So I'm choosing this school because of you. Put it back in their court. Affirm them. Guarantee it goes a long ways. Any other questions? One more?
I got one from Theo Van Dyke Music.
Theo Van Dyke Music.
What
Okay.
are your thoughts on asking for more scholarship money if the school doesn't provide enough money initially.
So Theo's question was, or is, if a school is not providing you with enough money, how do you feel about asking them for more money? If it's the deciding factor of whether you can go to school there, ask them. You have not because you ask not. Ask. Now, you have tuned in here because of scholarshipauditions.com. Please be very aware that at scholarshipauditions.com, we have a directory of non-institutional scholarships. There are two kinds of scholarships for music majors. Institutional scholarships, meaning the scholarships that you audition, when you audition, that institution awards to you. Then there are non-institutional scholarships that have nothing to do with that institution. It might be the National Trumpet Guild that gives scholarships. It may be in your local community, the local music club. It could be a church. And they're going to give you that scholarship money based on merit, performance ability, or just because you're from there. And you can take that money and apply it back to the institution to cover the difference. However, if you've done that and you're still off some money, simply ask them. You may be surprised with a yes. Don't assume it will be a no. Other questions? Well, I see that Theo asked this question from Maine. So we've covered Maine, Louisiana, Arizona, and Iowa tonight. We've covered many people all across the United States. I'm glad you've joined us tonight. I'm going to be back again next Tuesday night, this same time, and I'm going to be talking about extended summer camps. Extended summer camps, that means camps that are 2 weeks or more. It can make an incredible difference in colleges looking at you and how they look at you. It's where you go to camp. And I can tell you the other thing, it's money in the bank. Extended summer camps is money in the bank. Looking forward to see you again next week. Again, look at scholarshipauditions.com and the many advantages that being on our site has to offer.